Hello, we are back for some more poems. I have discovered there's 2 poems that I am willing to read, so do be expecting 2 more poetry presentations. And I kind of lost count on how many I did now. This might be 7th or 8th or 9th. No, whoops. Somewhere along there. I am building up until maybe 10th poem or 9th, depending on how many I have to share. But that will be a special release because I have a special poem that I was planning to... Basically, I put in a lot of effort into that one, and one of my most... I'm full of pride for that poem, so that's coming later. But here we are. As I said, usually my poems have sub-category namings. I had just normal poetry, I had wonders, and now it's going to be ponders. Don't ask me exactly what's the difference. I just, for some reason, it felt right to distinguish them like that, and I just went with it. This one is ponders, and funnily enough, it's linked with the name of my channel. But yes, I think I'll just get into it and then see what I have to say about it after the reading. The person I am, represented in the words I lay upon thee, is not the same person who writes these words in a spur of a moment, because that single moment changes everything. It can take a second longer. I can take a second to ponder, to rethink, to reimagine. In real life, that is not possible, or so it simply seems. I have to use words and sounds to fill up the space to think. Let's not even start on the needing to resort to swearing. I find it so banal. I find it so naive. It shows my inexperience of life, as there's no other words which will fill up the space of wonder, the space of what could be, if only I allowed myself to be. So often we find ourselves narrated by the circumstances we are put in and the company we share. It takes us a moment to realize if it's our true selves that we are exhibiting upon the world in front. Who am I to say no to the joy of experience? Who am I to say no to the pleasure it brings? I am who lies beyond. I am who lies within. If only I can say no before the end, near the time it begins. Clearly it's a bit less of a poetry rhythmical sense. It's more of placing my thoughts and feelings about this topic on paper and turning it into a more creative style of writing. Yes, I was just trying to understand my own thoughts. And in fact, it's just truth mentioned in it for me. I try not to swear as much because I do find it a bit banal, and I understand for myself that I'm just lacking the vocabulary to explicitly state how I'm feeling about something. I remember I made the last stanza of this writing public, the I am who lies beyond, I am who lies within. It's like I truly connected with that. I need to find a way to say no to pleasure. I need to find a way to step away from it rather than indulging, closer to the beginning of this desire birthing in the first place, rather than allowing the desire to take control and take hold of me and end up saying no much later when I am more ashamed of sorts, when I just given up even more myself. Funnily enough, I needed to hear this poem in this current moment as well, but that's the beauty of putting records of my thoughts out there, be it with speaking or writing, as it's constantly the messages that I need to be hearing. And it's a constant reminder of what I need to just put more focus into. I shall leave as is. Thank you, thank you. I hope you appreciated this style of writing, and there's another one coming. Stay put.